Hillary Clinton has said that Barack Obama's policies get an A. Really? 1 in 10 people right now aren't working or have given up altogether, as you said. That's not an A. 1 in 7 people are living in poverty. That's not an A. 1 in 5 children are on food stamps. That is not an A. It may be the best that Hillary Clinton can do, but it's not the best America can do.
And what type of job did former Florida Governor Jeb Bush do in tonight's debate? A topic of conversation we're going to get into right now. Steve Malzberg from Newsmax New York, Joe Pags, our old buddy from San Antonio, Texas, and Skyping in from a stylish location in New York City, former New York Lieutenant Governor Betsy McCaughey. Steve Malzberg, what about Jeb Bush tonight? Did he find his footing?
I don't think so. The way he got in on that answer was he stood and complained that last debate he only had 4 minutes and I'm going to get my time tonight. And I just thought it was very unbecoming, a Bush and a former governor. So I thought he was weak on that. I thought he was weak, on immigration. You had Kasich, who trashed Donald Trump's plan on immigration to build a wall to deport the illegals who are here. He called it not an adult plan, silly. And then Jeb Bush said, you can't do it. Also, he said it's not who we are. I just didn't see anything strong coming from Jeb Bush. I saw weakness, and I just think he's going to stay right at that low plateau. I just don't see that he differentiated himself in any way, shape, or form.
Don't know so much if differentiation has to take place as much as just a display of confidence and competence. Joe Pags, from your point of view, anything to commend the former Florida governor's performance tonight?
I'd say not really. I've got to tell you, I agree with what Steve just said. When he brought up immigration, you had some claps in the audience. I'm not really sure what they're thinking in the audience in Milwaukee, but for the rest of us who are really conservative and really want something done about immigration, really think that borders matter, Donald Trump was way stronger. Ted Cruz was way stronger. And I think that you've got a history. If we're going to compare this Bush to the previous Bush, and a lot of people keep doing that, George W. Bush, as much as I thought he was head and shoulders above Barack Obama, was weak on immigration. His brother doesn't seem to be any stronger. In fact, he seems to be weaker. And I think, like Steve said, that's going to hurt his chances going forward. And he's right. He looked uncomfortable by saying, darn it, I'm going to get my time. That doesn't resonate with people. What resonates with people is straight talk, is taking no guff, and jumping in purposefully when it's time for you to jump in.
Betsy McCaughey, you jumped in tonight on Newsmax Prime, and you declared the Jeb Bush campaign over, even before tonight's fourth debate. Anything happened tonight to change your mind on that? About 1:30 for your answer.
There are really 4 candidates now, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, who debate beautifully on stage. And then the 2 candidates who seem relatively unaffected by the debate performances, Ben Carson and Donald Trump. Their poll numbers don't move much based on debate performances. They have something else going for them.
And it's interesting you raise the specter of candidates way out in front, Betsy, because you have Dr. Carson in the Marist McClatchy poll today leading nationally at 24%, Donald Trump right behind him. And in that type of dynamic, Betsy, you've been involved in political debates before. If you're out front, it's not a grand slam home run. It's just maybe a solid single here and there that keeps you in the game, so to speak. Maybe I'm exhausting this metaphor, but would you agree with some of that?
Well, yes, and for Donald Trump, the Saturday Night Live performance was far more important than this debate. The cab driver who took me here tonight, he was talking about Saturday Night Live. He's decided he's for Trump, and he's a Democrat, by the way. He was going to listen to the debate, but he likes Trump.
Well, it's interesting to know the cab driver likes Trump. What about those of you watching? Let's go to Miranda Khan. Well, it's good to get the pulse of the taxi drivers, but Miranda Khan is monitoring all the social media, and she's got a way for those watching us tonight to get in and tell us perhaps what the cab driver had to say or what their friends and neighbors are saying. Miranda.
Right. We actually are getting some tweets about that. Some people thought his performance was better on SNL than during tonight's debate, but we'll talk more about that. Right now, we want to know who you thought won tonight's fourth GOP debate. There's still time to cast your vote. Head on over to newsmaxpolls.com and vote right now. We're going to be giving you updates throughout the night. It's going to be interesting to see some of these results.